Motorsports at Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, California for one of the largest mud racing programs ever. 3 full classes of competition led by this, the modified category. Non-supercharged four-wheel drive machines, including the Blue Fox of Rick Scouten from Long Beach, California, a 388 cubic inch small block Chevrolet powered machine against the Groundhog full-size Chevrolet. This is a 100-foot-long mud pit, side-by-side drag racing style action. The big Chevrolet runs into problems immediately as Scouten makes it all the way to the finish line on his very first attempt. Digging in just shy of the finish line, now the Groundhog Chevrolet gets back in the throttle, but he's definitely not going to be anywhere near the finish line. The small block Chevrolet Long Beach Jeep of Rick Scouten, the Blue Fox, will advance to the next round of competition. The ground crew will go out for a measurement since the machine indeed did not make it to the finish line. In fact, a 54 feet 4 inch measurement for the Blue Fox as it digs in just shy of the finish line here at Anaheim. The next pair of machines up will include Jerry Sparling's machine and Dave Woodward in the yellow Submarine. Woodward in the near lane. Here you see Sparling's Jeep. Out of Ontario, California, a 412 cubic inch small block Chevrolet with 1 4-barrel carburetor. But the yellow Submarine of Dave Woodward from Chino, utilizing a 420 cubic inch AMC motor of all things, is recognized as simply one of the best in this category. Always a contender, Woodward moves it up against Sparling, looking for a berth in the semifinal round. The flagman throws the green, and first out is Sparling, but look at Woodward drive around him. Tremendous come-from-behind run, and the crowd loves every minute of it. The Chino driver obviously thrilled with that one, and I'll tell you, he was looking pretty bad off the starting line. You can see a nice launch for Sparling, trying to keep it straight as he gets a little crossed up halfway down, eventually digging in at the 50-foot marker. But in the meantime, Woodward was on a charge, never lifting for a second in the other lane. A nearly perfect launch. He drops the front end a little bit in the mud, but then manages to keep the front end up high enough to stay out of the ruts created by the first pair. Woodward drives her through the first full pass, an incredible run with Rambler power, 3.79 seconds. The next pair on the starting line will include in the near lane Larry Shive, the Ramona, California veteran, with a 351 cubic inch small block Ford powered Ranger. One of the few Fords campaigning here in the modified or super modified division, actually. The Tough Enough Chevrolet full-size C-Cab truck of Scott Lynch leaves the starting line. And we've got a side-by-side battle. But again, the Chevrolet digs in just before the finish line, and the win will go to Shive. A full pass for the small block Ford-powered machine outrunning the Chevrolet. Another nearly perfect launch, not much tire spin whatsoever, managing to keep the front end of a 3,000-pound vehicle up out of the mud. He goes through it 4.67 seconds, and that will advance him. His Chevrolet opponent obviously digging in right at the finish line after gaining a slight hole shot. The Ford machine actually making through without getting real dirty, and that's the objective in this sport, even with a 3,000-pound vehicle. In the meantime, in the other lane, Scott Lynch and the Tough Enough Chevrolet looked like he had a good run going. But as his opponent did in the same lane previously, a 53-foot pole digs in just before the finish line. And that indeed will keep him out of the semifinal round. The last pair of machines in this first round of super modified action will include John Harmon, the Kamikaze Kid himself. Harmon Jr. will take on this man, Bill Gonzalez, the machine he calls Bill's Bantam, an original Willys Jeep from the World War II era. Staged up and ready. Looking for a side-by-side battle, it'll be the white machine of John Harmon Jr. Finally staging up, the flagman now ready to drop the green flagger in the super modified division. RPM's up on the 2 small block equipped machines. The flagman drops the green. They leave the line side by side. A lot of tire spin for Bill Gonzalez in the far lane. He digs in before the finish line, and so does Harmon. Harmon, however, stays in the throttle. He's going to get every inch out of this ride that he possibly can. Steering the front wheels left to right, trying to open up a path, but indeed finally shuts her down. But amazingly, it looks like that little extra effort will be good enough. Here we see Gonzalez. He stays with it until it finally sinks in. 59 feet 4 inches the measurement for the bright orange pre-war Willys. While in the other lane, Harmon was doing the same, but staying in the throttle. You can see Harmon leaving the line. Looks like he may have had a problem with the machine, maybe falling out of gear just off the starting line. He stays in the throttle until it finally sinks in. And even though it looks like it's not gaining any real estate on this run, you can see he looks out to make sure that the wheels are gaining some kind of path to try and pick up a few extra inches. He had to beat 59 feet 4 inches as he drills the throttle, just trying to pick up as little footage as he can. He misses out with a 49-foot 9-inch ride through this mud pit. So after the first round of competition, the 4 semifinalists certainly appear to be led by Dave Woodward's Yellow Submarine, a full 3.79-second run. Right behind him, the Wasted Wages entry of Larry Shive at 4.67, while Bill Gonzalez in the Bills Bantam and Rick Scoutton's Blue Fox failed to make it to the finish line. It definitely will be an interesting contest when we return with the next round of Super Modifieds. The supercharged USHRA Association Pro Modified class, and the driver you're looking at is the defending champion, the lady from Lakewood, Colorado, Wendy Tarman. Her supercharged 454 cubic inch Chevy-powered machine, the Californian, won it all 1 year ago at this event. Will be taking on one of the stronger entries as far as full-bodied trucks go, Jess Carlson, out of Banning, California, a 28-year-old driver with a full-size Chevrolet. A 1973 Chevy Blazer will be trying to take out the lady. The Blazer using a 440 cubic inch big block Chevrolet, supercharged, fuel-injected, burning methanol. Both machines unusually relying on fully automatic GM turbo hydro transmissions. Waiting patiently on the line, Carlson, the definite underdog in this matchup. The lady in the wing Jeep waits the signal. The green flag goes, and it's the lady with the hole shot. She gets the finish line first, but it certainly appeared that Carlson's incredible Mudbuster Chevrolet was on a much stronger pass. Wendy Tarman lifts the visor on her helmet. She knew she had a lot of tire spin to contend with off the starting line. As it appeared, she got the hole shot, but this man was on a tremendous ride. The Chevrolet with the front end literally off the ground as he blasts across the finish line. The incredible full-size Chevrolet runs 2.59 seconds, and that was definitely quicker than Wendy Tarman. Remember, regardless of the fact that the lady got to the finish line first, the quicker elapsed time advances to the next round. There you see Wendy bouncing around the cockpit at 2.81 seconds. She is an upset first-round loser. The next pair on the starting line will include one of these single quickest and fastest supercharged mud racers west of the Mississippi. In the near lane is Ron Kirby's incredible pit boss from Fontana, California. Another supercharged, fuel-injected, methanol-burning big block Chevrolet that indeed is capable of putting down a USHRA Association national record if all goes well. He's up against a true underdog, the full-bodied, supercharged Wild Willies of Steve Koffler. Kirby in the near lane is shooting for the USHRA Association national ET record of 1.92 seconds for this 100-foot distance. It seems apparent that he's got Koffler already in hand. The green light goes. He lets Koffler go out, but now blasts across the 100-foot line, finish line, 2.09 seconds for Kirby. A tremendous ride. He obviously knew that he had this one in hand strictly on an ET advantage. While Koffler, actually, you have to give him credit for even pulling up to the line against one of the strongest machines in history. Digging in at 62 feet 7 inches, Kirby advances to the semifinal round with one of the quickest runs of the 1989 season.